People don't buy from things, they buy from people. They buy from people who they know, like, and trust. But they don't know you if all they know about you is what you do. I am James Bond's stunt double. That's exactly what I tell people whenever they ask me what I do. The look I get is one of bemusement, one of confusion, one of, seriously, I know you're English, but Bond? Stunt double? You don't look fit enough or strong enough. They are questions that spin in their heads. They smile, they laugh. The ice is broken. The conversation grows. Suddenly, I'm the person in the meeting who's brought humour to somebody's world. I've created more questions than answers, and I've allowed myself to build a positive relationship with somebody in a new way. Most often the way that we describe what we do closes conversation. Oh, what is it you do? I build websites. Silence. So matter of fact, so dull. So, okay, cool, I know what a website is. I know you build websites. Good, nothing more to know about you. Move on. The relationship becomes stagnant. The rapport doesn't get built. There's no interest. There's no vibrance. There's nothing. I've got Peter with me, and she's been busy trying to work out what she does. So I said to her yesterday, why not say to somebody that you're Rob's stunt double? So last night, one of our clients said, so Peter, what do you do? I said, whoa, Peter, stop. What you need to say, she's my stunt double. The client laughed. She smiled. She went, what does that mean? What do you really do? All the questions came. You see, the thing that we're really looking for in business is somebody to ask us more and more and more questions, to get to understand us better, know the small details of what we do, know the greatness of what we do better, because they're curious. You see, if we offer a transactional description, we do 2 + 2 makes 4, and then it's finished. And when the conversation is finished, the rapport and the relationship building gets finished as well. When you can offer something new, oh, I am to web design what Elon Musk is to Mars. Huh? What? See, nobody really knows what that means. They have to smile. You know, the funniest person in the room is often the most liked person in the room. They're not serious. They show that they don't take what they do seriously. They show passion, they show energy, they show creativity. And so how is it that you introduce you and what it is that you do? Are you Mr. or Mrs. Matter of Fact who's trying to go and put a transactional thing across? Or are you Jesus' sidekick? Oh, me? I'm a child of God most of the time. What is it that you do that when you introduce yourself enables you to establish a conversation and a dialogue? Something that actually gets people to ask you more. How do you do this? Why do you do that? How did you get to do this? I met a guy the other night, his name's Paul. He said he's a bearer of arms. I was like, what on earth is a bearer of arms? He said, oh, it's in the Bible. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm just showing my ignorance in the Bible. Okay, whereabouts in the Bible is a bearer? Well, it's in the Old Testament, and a bearer of arms was somebody who carried the shield and the sword for the warrior, made their life easy and seamless so that the warrior could go into battle and they could go and fight. I'm like, I still don't quite know what you do, but I think it's cool. He said, yeah, what I do for my pastor is I ensure that his life, and I'm like, I see you're an executive assistant. And now but see, I'm building a relationship all the way through with this. Suddenly I'm like, do you think, I think I need a bearer of arms. That would be really cool. I mean, I've got a stunt double, so why not have a bearer of arms as well? You see, suddenly passion and energy and Jesus comes into the conversation. His energy and his life comes in to how we converse with somebody, because now we've got a conversation. All too often in our world, we're desperate to build better relationships with people, to find common ground, for them to understand more about what we do, and so that they can introduce us to friends. Who is it easier to introduce? Oh, can I introduce you to my friend? She's my stunt double. Or can I introduce you to my head of creative? Like, which one's easier? I've coached a lot of financial advisors in my time. Do you know, if you're at a barbecue or a braai, and somebody says, can I introduce you to my financial advisor? Normally what happens is a fear of dread inside of the customer. A pit of arrives. But can I introduce you to my wealth specialist? Whole different conversation. Can I introduce you to the person who my wife calls if anything bad ever happens to me because they've got my back? The conversation changes. You see, you need to make yourself as easy to be introduced as possible. You know, if you say you're a farmer, people go, okay, I know what a farmer does, great, that's it. But if you're a regenerative expert, oh, well, that's a bit new. What does that mean? Suddenly you've got a dialogue that's happening. Language is incredibly powerful. God created everything with words, but we've got to ensure the language that we use opens conversation as opposed to closes it, increases dialogue as opposed to decreasing it. You know, I read something the other day where somebody described themselves, and it was these short clipped 8-word, 6-word sentences, boom, 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 boom. I was like, okay, I know what you do, but who are you? People don't buy from things, they buy from people. They buy from people who they know, like, and trust, but they don't know you if all they know about you is what you do. We were in a coffee shop in Cape Town yesterday called Giovanni's. We met Mehmet, who's one of the baristas there in the morning. I think he's been there for decades. Not only did we find out about the shop and how long he'd been there for and this, that and the other, we found out where he was going out for dinner that evening with friends, how he was cooking a Turkish meal with multiple delights for them, so on and so forth. He told us about his other customers. He found out about who we were, and we found out about who he is in his heart, not just in his head of, I make coffee. You see, Jesus spread God's word by sharing who Jesus was at a heart level, not a head level. That allowed him to magnify God's kingdom over and over and over again. And if you keep hidden who it is you actually are, what you do is you keep hidden the accelerator for growth in your life and in your business. You know, in coaching, if I don't know for what purpose your business serves for your family and for your community, I can't actually help you coach your business. Neither can any other coach, by the way. And if they tell you they can, they're lying. And so, whose stunt double are you? Whose bearer of arms are you? Whose child of God are you? Jesus' sidekick? I don't know. But how can you introduce yourself to somebody in a way where they are begging to try and make sense of it and ask you more questions than just closing the conversation down and never really building that relationship?